because we in the trenches.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mondays with McGriff. It is Monday, January 12th. Last week, we had a little live action. This week is semi-live, 5 o'clock here, but a little tape. We did a little tape earlier, right? So Mondays with McGriff, January 12th, season 3. This is the 10th episode. Man, 10th episode. Our YouTube subscribers are up above 50. Please like and subscribe to the Bartow Basketball YouTube channel. Our Instagram and X and Facebook is great. We're trying to build a YouTube platform. Plus, if you don't really like social media, you can just go right to it and get that content from the Bartow Basketball YouTube. So please subscribe, okay? Episode 10, my soapbox. First of all, the Mosaic Stinger Shootout schedule is out. It's probably flashing on your screen right now. Friday, January 30th, Saturday, January 31st. Bartow's opponents are LakeLand Prep. If you think we're good, we're 16-1. They're 16-1. Okay, I think we're ranked 8th in the state. They're ranked 2. Okay, guess who we lost to in the preseason? LakeLand Prep. Okay, so that's Friday night at 8:30. Okay, Kathleen plays a Apopka at 6. And Lakeland plays Charlotte at 7:15. So we got our West Polk County folks plus us. But we play LakeLand Prep on Friday, the Mosaic, January 30th. We're going to have a cut coming out on the Mosaic this week. And then Saturday, we play the Villages. Yes, we went to the Villages and played at the Villages. Yes, we had already planned to play them before we made the championship game of the Villages, and we're going to honor that. And so we play the Villages at 7:30 on Saturday. It's going to be swole in that game. It was swole at the Villages, and so you can anticipate that they're going to be a little upset, and they're going to bring a good crowd, and we'll have a good crowd. That's Saturday, January the 31st, 7:30 against the Villages. Okay, I don't have the whole schedule in front of me, but you have it in front of you right now. I do know Victory plays Windermere Prep. Both of those are top 50 in the state teams. They play at 6. I do know that Santa Fe plays Windermere at 4:30. I do know that Auburndale plays, I want to say they play, I can't remember who they play at 2:30. Okay, I know Winter Haven plays Miami Norland at 11:30. I know Discovery plays Leesburg at 1. Because there should be only one team I'm missing who Auburndale plays. Y'all remind me by the end of the show, but they play at 2:30, right? So great event for the Mosaic Stinger Shootout. January 30th and 31st. It's going to be on my soapbox the rest of the year, and we'll preview it a little bit more when we get to that week, okay? Second thing in my soapbox, it's going to be bothering me until I figure out who the heck's Auburndale's playing, okay? I want to thank the fans in the community for the whiteout crowd. I wore my white. I got one of my classic white jumpsuits on. I got it in white, right? Man, the crowd, it was the best regular season crowd we've had in Bartow in quite some time. Okay, it was swole. And I want to tell you, I kind of want to tell you how it happened, right? Jacoby Terry says, Coach, after our last home game before the break, he says, Coach, we ought to have I was talking about I was not pleased with the crowd, right? The crowds, we got a good team, and I want the crowds to show up to the game. And some of it is, it's football season in college playoffs, pro, and then high school was still going on. Some of it was we weren't getting a good crowd. The students weren't coming out to the game. So Kobe said, Coach, we should have a whiteout. I said, okay, we're going to have a whiteout. I said, but Kobe, if we're going to do a whiteout, let's advertise it and let's do a whiteout. So we started advertising that thing on January 1st. Every day we sent out a graphic design on our social media. The boys sent it to their families. The boys sent it to their friends and put it on their social media. The parents put it on their social media. The coaches put it on their social media. And me, I don't really have social media, but I sent it to like 200 people. And they responded. In Matthew it says, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be open, ask and it shall be given. And so we asked the fans to show up. They showed up. So great. You're probably watching, well, I just finished watching clips of the crowd. It was a wonderful crowd. So I want to thank you guys for your support. We got Jersey night on Tuesday against Auburndale. We're looking for the same type of crowd. We're going to ask you again. Once we found something we want to keep hitting it, we're going to ask you again. But thank you. It was a tremendous whiteout crowd. It spooked the boys a little bit and spooked Lakeland a little bit. Tremendous crowd on last Wednesday. Okay. And then now our last soapbox, our focus for the week. Last week was return, repetition, and rivalries. Certainly was. This week, our focus is joy. Joint. Not a joint like that, but a joint. Like a joint, a knee joint. So joy, joint, and jam-packed. Not jam-packed pony, but joy, joint, and jam-packed. Let me explain it, okay? Joy. Our focus week. We gotta practice with joy. I told our supporters this week in our email to our supporters, coaches, you should get your booster club. You should email them every week. We've started to do that. We put together this same review we did of the week. We sent it to our supporters. And this week, when I sent it out to them in a text, asking them to come to Jersey night on Tuesday, I said, guys, our team is practicing, supporters, our team is practicing with joy. I'm sorry, our team is playing with joy. And they love each other. We're not quite practicing with joy. They're getting better. But me and Coach Austin and Coach Tucker are having to bring the joy. We want our guys to practice with joy. Because if they'll practice with joy, the way we get better will expand exponentially. So we're challenging our guys this week. We're not satisfied that we're 16-1. We're challenging them to practice with joy. Okay? We still got a young team. They don't understand the value of practice. Okay, so everything we do in practice this week, everything we do in the game, everything we do in film study is going to be focused. But we're going to use that word joy and define what it means for them. Second thing, our second focus of the week, joint, a joint. Okay, an elbow joint, what's a knee joint, an ankle joint. So what's a joint? It's a point to which components are joined together. Okay, this is the time of the year where teams come together in January. Components, the different players, the different coaches, the fans coming to support at a whiteout or a Jersey night, they come together. Okay, our team is already together. Okay, so we're joint. Okay, so McGriff, what are you talking about? Why would you put that in this week's focus? Okay, because we're going to take it to a high level. You know, we are starting to tighten the screws in practice. Okay, we're starting to tighten the screws, okay, because we're joined, but our components can be tighter. So we want to be joint. We want to be like a finger socket or like a knee socket, like an elbow socket that's joint, okay? We're starting to tighten some screws off the court with some things, with some habits. We're trying to build positive habits. You guys hear me talking about habits and building positive habits. We made some ultimatums to our guys that says, you will, okay, and there's no but, and they're going to meet them. So, joint. And the last thing, so this first one is joy. We want to practice with joy. We're playing with joy. We're riding the bus with joy. Okay, we're warming up with joy. The guys love each other. Our practices are getting better. But I'm bringing all the joy. We need them to bring the joy and the happiness. So we're joint, okay? Components coming together, okay? And we're tightening the screws in practice while we're trying to build habits. We're trying to get them to go higher, okay? We're tightening the screws off the court, and our expectations for our guys in the classroom to be good students, to be good sons, to be good teammates, okay? Last one, jam-packed. Last one, so we got joy, joint, and jam-packed. Our gym was jam-packed last week. We want our gym to be jam-packed this Tuesday. It's Jersey night. The gym was pretty well jam-packed at Kathleen. The Bartow people have made that thing swole. They probably outnumbered the Kathleen people, jam-packed. Okay, our schedule this week is jam-packed. We got practice Monday, and we got practice Wednesday, and we got games Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. We got class. Okay, we got weightlifting. We got film study. We went to church yesterday as a team together. Saturday, we had individuals all day from 8:30 to 5. We had a game on Friday, jam-packed. Jam-packed. Now, this is back to normal. Last week, the guys didn't go to school Monday, Tuesday. Now they got a full week of school. We got a jam-packed schedule, okay, ending in the Wally Keller over in Punta Gorda on Friday. We like jam-packed. So joy, we want to practice with joy. We're doing everything else with joy, but we're not satisfied with where we are. We're trying to take it to the next level. Joint components that act together like an elbow or a knee, jam-packed. The week is jam-packed with joyous things to do. The gym, we're hoping it'll be jam-packed with Jersey night. Man, we love these Jays on Tuesday, okay, and we got great opponents, right? And listen, this is another rivalry week. Okay, we got Auburndale and Winter Haven. So we get our West County rivalry week. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, but we got our East County, really central to East County rivalry week. Great history with the public schools there. Auburndale and Winter Haven and Bartow been playing for 60, 70, and since the school's existence, right? Winter Haven's been the Final Fours, I think 8 of them. Okay, no, Woodside's been to 6, 8. They've been to 9 of them. Auburndale's been to 2 or 3 Final Fours on the course of their history. Okay, great rivalries, great city schools, Auburndale, okay, and Winter Haven and Bartow. So we're looking for the tradition, long-standing coaches. We're going to get into that. But joint, and jam-packed week, okay? That's our focus for this week, okay? Now, we can review. 2-0 for the week, 16-1 for the season, okay? We swept the Lakeland part of the rivalries, the public school rivalries. We swept them. Wednesday, January 7th, we beat Lakeland 63-49 in the whiteout game. In the Hive. It was swole, okay? We are now 27-11 all-time versus Lakeland in my tenure. We do not take that for granted. Our kids were ready to play. That's hard to do when you play somebody every year. Okay, we may have to face them. We're probably going to have to face them or Lake Gibson. Lake Gibson's won 3 games in a row, including a win over Lakeland. We're going to have to, they're on one side of the bracket in the district. We're on the other side, so we're going to have to face one of those 2 teams, Lakeland or Lake Gibson, to win the district championship. Okay, so we're not taking it for granted, but we're happy that we're 27-11 against them, okay, and we respect them, and we played like we respect them, right? Reasons we beat Lakeland, okay. It was one of our best defensive efforts of the season. We held the Dreadnoughts to 32% shooting. 32% now. Now, guys, we hadn't done that much this year. It was just a masterful job. We didn't turn them over, but we made them take tough shots. We got in the way and we took charges. Okay, we walled up. Okay, we made it tough for them to get good shots. And that's what defense is, to make the other team uncomfortable. Okay, we surely made Lakeland uncomfortable with our defense. Okay, next reason we beat them, 12 for 16 from the free throw line. Lakeland, 6 for 11. Us, 12 for 16. So you beat them by 14 points and you beat them by 6 on the free throw line. 12 for 16 is great, especially we've been struggling at home. We've been telling you, we're working on it. The guys are getting better free throw shooting. We're going to continue that. We're going to show you some, give you some more statistics. Next stat, 11 assists to their 3. 3 assists. Okay, that's good defense. Okay, and 11 assists. Lakeland's defense was also good. We struggled a little bit, and then the last thing, our team showed grit. Okay, we had a little adversity on Wednesday. Our team showed a lot of grit. So great win. Okay, and those were the reasons why we won. Opportunities for growth against Lakeland. Okay, rebounding was not great. Guys, we worked on it Monday. We worked on it all last week. We worked on it today. Okay, we had practice at 2:30. We worked on it today. It was not great. Okay, it was good enough. Okay, we were +1 on the glass. Why? Because we can't run if we don't rebound. We want a fast break. We're a fast breaking team. Okay, so we got to do better with that. Okay, and then number 2, we missed a lot of chippies, a lot of stuff around the baskets that we normally make. Okay, the officiating was uneven a little bit with that. Credit goes to the Lakeland Dreadnoughts. Their quickness and athletic ability defensively affected that. So I want to give credit to Henderson and Lakeland. The crowd spooked us a little bit. Derwin missed a big old dunk. Kobe threw him a good bounce pass off of a turnover, and he missed it. He ain't been missing them. And but hey, okay, sometimes that happens. Okay, some credit goes to Lakeland. Credit goes to the great crowd. Our kids were amped up, maybe a little bit too amped. Okay, this is good that our kids see a size that crowd. If we're going to advance in the playoffs, there may be a crowd that size, and we don't want the crowd to spook us. We don't want to get to the Mosaic, or we don't want to get to Auburndale game and it's crowded, or another game and it's crowded, and then that spooks us. We've already had that crowd. They're going to get bigger, but that was a pretty good daggum crowd, and so all those things factored into a lot. We missed a lot of chippies around the rim, a lot of shots we normally make. Okay, some standout players from the Lakeland game: Matthew Williams. Okay, 14 points, 4 for 8 from the field. He's efficient. Listen to this: 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He had been shooting earlier in the year in the 30s and 40s. He got it up. 6 for 6. Congratulations, Matt. Great job. We knew you could do it. Hey, keep it going. You can do it. Okay, he did get 6 rebounds. Excellent. We've been talking about his rebounding. 6 rebounds. Excellent second half. Little foul trouble the first half. We managed the foul trouble. Okay, excellent second half. Good job, Matt. Very efficient. People are finding out Matt Williams can put the ball in the basket. People are finding out. We already knew. We told you. I think I told you on one of the earlier shows for you guys to follow that, you know, as he gets more comfortable, he's getting more comfortable. Okay, James Rattery, a solid game, 15 points, 6 for 13 from the field. Not great efficient. He's got another gear. Had a huge third quarter. He really took over the game offensively in the third quarter. It's working to get better defensively and playing at a higher pace. We want him to push the ball a little bit harder. You know, he's been battling some sickness and stuff like that, so he's been battling through it. He's going to be fine. He's got another gear. Just like I told you guys about Matt Williams, okay? James Rattery, everybody loves him. He's got another gear, and we're pushing him towards it. But he was solid in that game in victory. Not a lot of turnovers, only 2 turnovers, okay? I want to shout out Dylan Brinson, okay? He got 10 rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, 8. 10 total. He was only 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 8 on he's not very efficient offensively, but he can be, and we're working on it. Dylan Brinson, Mama, Ms. Marquita, he can be, and we're expected of him. And so we're working on it. We haven't given up on it, but he was a dog on them glass. It was like, Dylan, it was like Preacher's Pit barbecue on the backboard. He went and got it. He loves Preacher's Pit. We had some Preacher's Pit yesterday after church, and he I don't want to tell you how many plates he took home, but it was great, okay? And then Kenny Cotton, was his rebounding in the first half. Ooh, it was terrific. He was snatching. He likes preachers. I'm going to call them the Preacher's Pit boys. Okay, we went to New Mount Zion on Sunday, and Pastor Query thought that Dylan was Kenny. I'm going to call them both the Preacher's Pit boys. Okay, they were cleaning those guys. If you clean them boys, I'll have Preacher's Pit more often for you, man. They keep cleaning the first half. Okay, didn't play as much for the second half because Matt was going offensively. Kenny, we got to get you better offensively. Well, he's getting better. We got to get you more confidence playing off 2 feet, exploding. You're the best athlete in the gym. There ain't nobody that can jump with Kenny Cotton, okay? So we're manifesting what we're going to need from you down the stretch, but he was great on the boards, okay? And listen, great win, great crowd. We grinded it out. It wasn't our best game, but we grinded it out. We got a district win over the Lakeland Dreadnoughts, okay? We'll take that. Anytime we can beat the Dreadnoughts being a Kathleen boy, anytime we can beat them, I want to beat them. Friday, you can go home again. I went to Kathleen, my alma mater, graduated in 1997. My mom graduated from there, and my aunts and stuff, all on my mom's side. My dad's side are Dreadnoughts, we won't mention. You guys don't know that my dad was one of the first people to integrate Lakeland High School. There was 6 of them. He was one of the first ones, okay? One of the first black on the basketball team. Most people don't know that, a little history. But anyway, we don't really recount that history because we Kathleen people. We went home on Friday. We put a beating on the Red Devils, 80-43 at Kathleen. We are now 36-23 in my tenure versus Kathleen. I love that because we started out 0-16 versus them. So the last 40-something games were 36-7 against Kathleen. I'll take that. Kenny Davis, he's my family. I coached him 30 years ago. He's rebuilding the Red Devils. Okay, he's gonna do a good job. Y'all give him time. Friday was not his day. Okay, but he's gonna do a good job. He's disciplined. He's a school teacher. He understands basketball. He's gonna get his guys to play hard. Okay, but the Yellow Jackets play hard too, and we did on Friday, 80-43 at Kathleen. It's always nostalgic. I get to see my picture on the wall from the 2001 state championship, so I love going there. Okay, reasons we beat Kathleen. Our team played with joy. This team likes rivalries and games like that. And so we were fired up for Lakeland. Everybody was a little nervous because we had a little adversity and stuff like that before the game. But we were fired up against Kathleen. Our team played with joy. When that ball jumped, we played with joy. 61 points in the first half. Well, I haven't had the chance to do research. There's not many times we scored 61 points in the first half. Okay, our fast break was excellent. That means our rebounding was excellent. It was. We beat them 37-15 on the glass. 37-15. So when you rebound, you can run. okay? One of the coaches said that you could feel the force of our fast break. Like you could feel us going. And we've been working on it. We worked on it again today. We know we got a game tomorrow. We're going to work on it again Wednesday. We're a fast breaking team, but we've been working on rebounding. And so 61 first half points. Okay, we got some talent now. These guys, Jay Crosley only scored 1 point. Their job, they put old Red Battle and Kelly and all those guys on Jay. The rest of the Yellow Jackets scored 58 points. So last year that would have worked. Not gonna work. You gotta guard everybody. Kenny Cotton, Dylan, people don't want Kobe. They gotta guard you. You better make them guard you. Okay, that's our goal this year. We're not gonna have any weak links on offense or defense. Defense, James Rattery, you gotta guard. Jakyle and Crosley, you gotta guard. Zimmerman, everybody's gotta guard. To be a championship team, you can't have any weak link. So that's why we scored 61. We were 24 for 26 from the free throw line. Sensation. 24 for 26, guys. We're getting better. This team can keep doing that. That's not a one. Matt. Okay, so the guys who are already good free throw shooters have continued to shoot it. And then the guys who have struggled, Matt, Duran, we're getting better with them. We're working on it. We're on them, and they want to get better with their free throw shooting. Okay. Other reasons why we won, I'll just give you a lot of quick statistics. We were plus 10 in the paint, plus 7 in transition, points off turnovers, plus 14, second chance points, offensive rebounds, plus 9. We just dominated them in the first half. The clock ran the second half. Opportunities for growth. The only one I got, turnovers in the second quarter. We probably had some travels. Kathleen picked the pressure. We had some travels and loose balls. We're falling out of bounds. Kenny Cotton falling out of bounds and stuff like that. I think we had 8 turnovers in the second quarter. Now, I told the team at halftime we should have had 71 points. And you talking about that night. And you said, McGriff, you trying to be greedy? I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm trying to get the team better. And we don't want 8 turnovers in a quarter. That takes points away from us. So if you don't turn it over but 2 times, then we got 71 points. We want to score as many points as we can score. I know we're defensive people. We got people fooled that we're defensive people. We coach offense too. Okay, that's the only thing I got, opportunities for growth. Standout players. Matthew Williams again. You know, Matt's originally from Lakeland. His dad's from Bartow. Okay, his mom's from Lakeland, so he grew up in Lakeland. He had a good homecoming over there against Lakeland and Kathleen this week. 21 points against the Red Devils. He was out of foul trouble. 8 for 11 from the field. Okay, he was efficient from the free throw line again. He was 6 for 6 on Wednesday. 5 for 5 on Friday. You can do it. Hey, let's not get excited about it. Celebrate it. Let's get focused. You can keep doing that. He's a good shooter, guys. He actually can shoot threes, and you may not see it a lot this year. He'll shoot some occasionally, but Matt ain't back. Okay, that shot in the Villages is no float now. Okay, Matt can put the ball in the basket. He's the best layup finisher we got, him and Derwin. He put that ball in the basket. Okay, so 20 points. Okay, 7 rebounds. Only 2 defensively. I want you to flip that. Well, I want you to have 5 offensive. I want you to have 5 defensive too. We've given him some pointers and we've been working on with that. Matthew Williams was sensational. Okay, Kenny Cotton, 6 rebounds, 4 defensively, fast break. Derwin Lee, 9 points. A beautiful point. Listen, we were chest bumping and the kids got in the way. Some people would text him and say, McGriff, okay, your ups ain't right. I said, no, that's not true. We mistimed the chest bump. I told Derwin, I said, the next time, he said, well, I said, Derwin, you're supposed to be chest bumping. We said, well, all the other kids were coming to chest bump. I said, the next time, anytime the head coach comes to chest bump, you get those other guys and push them out of the way. Just mush them out of the way. And it's just me and you. He said, okay. So I don't do that often. But it was right at the end of the first quarter. It was a beautiful pass. It was a pass by Cyrus. He was intending to do that. The clock was running out. We had played about as well as we can play, 32-5, and then boom. I've been talking to the crowd about cheering. I say, I'm gonna show these people how to cheer. And chest bump, and we got the crowd fired up. And Derwin Lee, 9 points. That was 6 rebounds, 4 defensive. And then Zarion Zimmerman had he can put the ball in the basket now. He had a great fourth quarter, hit a couple threes, 10 points. Hey, Zarian, you want to play more? Grandma, mom, uncle, y'all want him to play more? Talk to him about his rebounding and his defense, okay, because that's what wins. Okay, we know he can put it in the basket, Okay, rebounding defense to get him on the floor. Y'all talk to him. Y'all talk to him. Okay, but he was terrific in the fourth quarter. Okay, so 2-0 for the week, 16-1 for the season. That sounds crazy. I've been here 24 years. It's only happened one other time. Okay, and we like rivalry week when we play our Lakeland opponents. Lakeland on Wednesday, Kathleen on Friday. Let's sweep. We like it. Okay. Preview for next week's games. Focus this week. Remember, joy. We're trying to get the components to come together. Joint to work together. Okay, jam-packed week. Who we got? Tuesday, January 13th, Jersey night. Okay, all the coaches will have on jerseys. Okay, all the parents will have their players' jerseys, minimum is wanted. Okay, we're asking fans, don't tell me you ain't got no jersey. Okay, you Miami fans, Miami's playing in the national championship game, bring out your Miami jerseys. If you don't have a Miami jersey, jersey, because I'm a Florida State fan for football and a Florida fan for basketball. So if you don't have a jersey, come on out and just wear whatever you want to wear. We're orange and blue. Okay, we're orange and blue, but if we got a jersey, bring a jersey. Or go out and get your little cheap $3 jersey. It ain't but $3 at the corner store. Okay, for Jersey night, okay. The cheerleaders are going to be there. We got some sports teams that are coming and bring their jerseys. So try to come in with jersey, and let's pack the house again. Somebody said, well, can you do it again? Can you pack it? I said, well, number one, the team's winning. Number two, ask, and it shall be given. So we started the promo on Saturday. We had the guys sending it out yesterday after church. I sent it out to about 200 people, our supporters. We're going to try to do it. Yes, we can do it. Yes, because we believe, we got faith we can do it, okay? And we got Auburndale Bloodhounds coming. We got our East Polk County rivalries now, okay? Auburndale Bloodhounds coming. They're 10-7 on the season, okay? They're ranked top 150 in the state, okay? Our series history, we are 14-11 versus Auburndale. We haven't played them as much as Kathleen or Lakeland because they haven't been in our district. They've been in a district below us. So it's been a cantankerous series. We won 4 in a row, but Ed Robinson, okay, been there 24 years, just like me. They were winning the series 2. We were down. They had won 7 in the first 9, so we scratched the head, but it's still a cantankerous series, 14-11 in my 20 years, 24 years. And both of our 24 years, because both of us he's been in his alma mater 24 years, and I've been at Bartow 24 years. So, and that'll be a great one, okay? I just talked to you about the coaching history. Ed Robinson, 24th season, along with me, the dean of coaches in Polk County. He does a wonderful job of pouring out to the kids. He's from Auburn, from his alma mater. He grew up there. His family grew up there. He coached football there, was a football guy. And people say non-basketball guys can't coach basketball. Well, here are 2 of them, because I didn't play any basketball at Kathleen. He didn't play any at Auburndale. It wasn't very good. He just told me he was a football guy. He's been at his school 24 years. I've been at my school 24 years. We both had a lot of success. He's got over 400 wins. He's been to the Elite 8 a couple of times, got 6 district titles. Okay, he's 10-7. Aiden Curry, his best player, messed up his knee before the season started, okay? With him, guys, if we lost our best player, okay, it'd be tough. So he's 10-7 without him. Okay, he'd be 13-4, 14-3 with him. Okay, so he's managing pretty good. You ask me with it, okay? He's 5th in the region rankings in this region. You guys know that the region rankings are most important because they determine how you get to the playoffs. He's 1st in his district, coming up to the district tournament, okay? Style of play for Auburndale. Man, we played Auburndale last year. It was the most physical game we played all year. Playoff game, Christmas game, we lost those games. You know, we went down to New Orleans. Auburndale just beat us up. Okay, they were just thumping and we were thumping. Okay, so style of play, physicality defensively. Okay, they're not afraid because we 50. They don't care about. You think Lakeland or Kathleen? You think Red Battle, or you think Rashard Kelly cared that we were 15-1? They thought they could beat us, and our kids were ready. Do you think that Jaden Lindsay and Eric Robinson care? They don't care. They're the Bloodhounds, and they're coming to Bartow, and we're having Jersey night. Hey, Auburndale people, wear your jerseys. We're going to be ready. We're not disrespecting Auburndale. We don't care about no 15-1. That's what the record is, but we're going to be, this is a rivalry. This is East Polk County. That's what I'm telling the kids in practice today. That's what the film shows. These guys can play. Okay, they're physically. Okay, they're a downhill team. Okay, they offensive rebound the ball. They're a fast-breaking team. Okay, they're athletic as all get out. The typical Auburndale team. Okay, top players. Number 0. Remember, Aiden Curry's out. Number 0, Jaden Lindsay. And we're hoping, I think that Coach Robinson said he's been dealing with some stuff. So I want you to know, Coach Robinson from Yellow Jacket Nation, we're praying with you. Okay, we're believers, and so we're praying that you can overcome. Number two, I think maybe Aiden Curry has a chance to get back at the end of the season. Will be a big boost for the Bloodhounds, so we're praying for that as well. And then top players that they got, still pretty good team. Number 0, Jay Lindsey, 16 points, 6 rebounds a game. He's their best three-point shooter. He attacks the rim. Okay, he has carried them this year. Okay, great defensive player. Real challenge for us. Okay, number 4, Jordan Gunter. He's an Auburndale boy. He was there as a freshman and a sophomore. He went to Discovery as a junior, helped them win. Now he's back at Auburndale. I know he's glad he's back. Okay, he's a senior. He's averaging 12 points a game, almost 13. 3.5 rebounds. He's long, like 6'3", 6'4". He's lanky. Man, he can shoot over us. He's great in transition. He's got all the wiggle and footwork in transition. Next best shooter they got, okay, a great offensive threat. Next guy I want to highlight, Derek Ramirez, captain, 11 points, 3 rebounds a game. He's an old school small forward. He plays inside, but he can play outside. Oh, he can also play the wing and stuff like that. And so what do we have to do to beat Auburndale, everybody? We got to match or exceed their physicality. I don't like to say the word match. We got to be the physical team. We can't let Auburndale out physical us. We got to be the physical team. Okay. We got to continue to rebound. Why? Y'all say it with me. 1, 2, 3. So we can run. We want to run on a fast break. Okay. We gotta be better at our IQ settings. There was some stuff against Lakeland that we were not high IQ against. And it hurt us defensive and offensive. I won't share those things, but we got to be better IQ against Auburndale. I think we will. We've been practicing on it. Okay, so that's Auburndale. We play them Tuesday. Okay, at home. JV6, varsity 7:30. That's Tuesday, January 13th. It's a Jersey game. Wear your jersey. Okay. Thursday, January 15th. We go to the other part of that rivalry, East Polk County, Central East Polk County. We go to Winter Haven. They're 9-6. To Winter Haven on Thursday. JV6, varsity 7:30. Series history, we are 20-11 versus Winter Haven in my 23 seasons. This is my 24th season. That's pretty good, considering in my 24 years, Winter Haven has been to the Final Four 8 times. Okay, Don Grant went 2 times. Winter Haven's been 6 times. So people complaining in Winter Haven, be careful what you're complaining about. There has not been anybody else been 8 times the last 24 years, including Bartow. We've only been 6. They've been 8. Okay, 8. And we're 20-11 against them, and they've been 8 times. They're an elite program, and we're an elite program, and it ought to be an elite game. This in last year's Winter Haven. Okay, they're back. Okay, they started out kind of slow. Had a rough little last year. Okay, a lot of transferred out, and that hurt them. Okay, they had come off the 3 back-to-back Final Fours, and that hurt them. Okay, they got off to a slow start. Everybody's thinking, well, same as last year. They won 5 in a row. They're going to be first in their district coming into this week in the rankings. Okay, by the time we get to Thursday, they come out Tuesday. They're going to be first. They're 9-6. Okay, they're getting better. That guy can do some coaching. You've been to 8, and he's been there 18 years. Tyrone Woodside, 6 Final Fours, 7 district titles, a state championship appearance. He's just like us. He's got a steady staff. Shout out to my friend Curtis Reddick, Jamie Phillips. JP's having a great year at Stetson. He's got players. He develops players. Okay, Woodside. Okay, and they're pretty good. Okay, 2011 and 2011, pretty good. Okay, style of play. This is Winter Haven's best shooting team. In my 24 years of playing Winter Haven, I've seen them a time and a half. I've seen them one game and half of another one. And I got some more tape I got to watch on them. This is their best shooting team. I talked to Kurt about it. Me and him talk once a week. We're friends, and we won't talk this week till after the game. Okay, or maybe the day of, but he agrees. They're great, so they can shoot the ball. Winter Haven can put the ball in the basket now. Okay, and they always have been able to do that, but they more a downhill driving team, but they can still do that. But they letting that thing fly. I give Coach Woodside and his staff, they adjust to the times, to what they got. Okay, and they're downhill offensively. Okay, they offensive rebound the ball. If you think we emphasize rebounding, nobody in the county emphasizes rebounding more than us, other than Winter Haven. They pull out the pass just like we do. They hit each other, and it shows. Okay, defensively, we're kind of we kind of do one thing. We play man-to-man full and half court, but we will put a surprise on you now. We surprised a few people with a couple of things. I won't tell you what we did. Okay, Winter Haven plays a man-to-man, but they're going to play some 2-3. They're going to play some 3-2. They're going to play some 1-3-1. They're trying to change the tempo of the game. That's good coaching because they got a team that's new together, and they're trying to steal a possession here or there, and they'll pick you up full court and stuff like that, okay? Great, well-coached team, 5 games on the road they play. They got Lake Gibson tonight, so I'm going to scout. Okay, when I get off of this show, I'm going to scout tonight. They play Lake Gibson. Lake Gibson's 1-3 in the row. That's going to be a good game. Lake Gibson's, that's going to be a good game. So I don't know I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good game, right? And I'm going to see Winter Haven, okay? Top players for Winter Haven, Gavin Hall, number 12, one of the captains. Man, he can shoot the ball. 14.6 rebounds a game. Lefty. Okay, does a good job defensively. Handles the ball well. Okay, plays hard on defense. People wanted him to transfer. He say, you ain't got no NIL money for me. I'm staying at Winter Haven. Okay, maybe Winter Haven's NIL budget is a little bit higher than everybody else's. Why would you say that, Coach McGriff? They got 2 kids from Hawaii. We're trying to fight for kids around Polk County to transfer, and Coach Woodside and Coach Reddick and Coach Phillips, they got that budget. They got people from Hawaii. The next kid, 30, Norris Birdsong from Hawaii. But you guys know that name, Birdsong, and that's a Winter Haven name. His people, the Birdsong from the 70s. Okay, there was a Birdsong that played about 8 years ago at Winter Haven. So yeah, they live in Hawaii, but they came back home, okay? And Norris can play. He's one of the guys that can shoot the blood out of it. Okay, he's got a history at Winter Haven in his family. Okay, he's averaging about 13 points a game. Can I have somebody NIL money, coach, to get him from Hawaii? I want to go outside and stand and get him. He can shoot. He's good. He can put the ball on the floor. Okay, he makes good decisions. Okay, off the bounce. So he's a player now. Okay, NIL, we got it too, coach. We ain't got one like you. Okay, coach has got another one. His budget is big. McQuaylen Gunter. Not a Winter Haven guy. He came from Tampa somewhere. Man, he's big old 6'3", 6'4", athletic. He's like the Jay Sean Fredericks kid from Kathleen who gave us problems. This kid is an inch or 2 taller, but downhill, can rebound the ball. I think he's averaging 8 points and 5 or 6 rebounds a game. He's at what I call, we got 3 syllables for him, an athlete. Okay, can dunk the ball and all that stuff. He's terrific. And then the other kid from Hawaii with that budget, Corey Bailey, senior, excellent player, can shoot. They can shoot the ball. Got some other kids that I won't mention that can shoot it too, can attack the rim. Okay, Winter Haven's getting better. And he's one of the reasons they're getting better, and they just getting coached up. Okay, they're finally starting to gel. They had all those pieces they had to put together. They got kids coming from football and stuff like that. What will it take for us to beat Winter Haven? Okay, we have to exceed their physicality. Don't let my talk about their 3-point shooting fool you. They still want to be physical. That's how they coach. That's how we coach. How will that show up on the rebounds? How will physicality show up? Can we execute against their physical defense? How will it show up? Do we let them execute what they want to do against our defense? Okay. Next key to beat Winter Haven. They're such a good offensive team. Can we guard the multiple players? You know, Kathleen had a couple guys we had to guard. The other guys were young, not Winter Haven. I mean, we got to guard everybody. We can't hide you, James Rattery. We can't hide you, Jacqueline or Z. We ain't hide nobody. You got to guard or sit. Sit. That's what parents, you want what I tell them? Guard, sit. Winter Haven's going to challenge that. And then we got to recognize they're changing defenses and make a great decision against when they change the defense from the 2-3 to the 3-2. They 2-2-1, they 1-3-1, they man-to-man. We got to do it. So Thursday, 7:30 at Winter Haven. It'll be a good crowd. The Yellow Jackets will travel over there. Why? It's one of our traditional rivals. Winter Haven will travel. Why? They're getting better, and it'll be a great home game for them. And so Thursday, January 15th at Winter Haven. And then it's a jam-packed week. It's a joyous week. We got to joint those components. We got to get them to gel tighter. We got to tighten the screws. Okay, jam-packed week. We got a 3-game week. Friday, we're going down to the Wally Keller Classic at Charlotte High School. Not Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte High School in Punta Gorda, Florida. Right down 17. It's about an hour and 30-minute bus ride. I'll be sleeping right down 17. The Wally Keller Classic at Charlotte High School. We play the nightcap. at 9 p.m. You say that's late. It's Friday night. You ain't got nowhere to go. Sleep in on Saturday, 9 p.m. We play the Providence Stallions. Providence is from Jacksonville. If you guys go to the Lakeland Center, they've been a mainstay at the Lakeland Center for 25, 30 years, okay? They are 15-3 this year, okay? They are ranked in the top 10 in the state, just like we are. They are number 2 in Class 2A. I think we're number 3 in 6A, okay? And Mike Blicker, that's Mike Blicker's class, so I know he'll be interested in this game at Santa Fe. Yes, we do have a series history versus Providence. We are 1-1 in the series against them. In the state championship year 2021, we beat them 54-45 in the shootout in Orlando. It was physical. You talking about physical, it was a physical bloodbath. Okay, we won the state championship game that season. Okay, we lost to them the next year, 56-34. They just took us and just snapped us in two. They were mad about the year before, just snapped us. They went to the state championship that year. So we beat them in 21. Okay, we beat them 54-45. They beat us in the Christmas tournament in 22. It was the 22-23 season. So a couple years later. Okay, they beat us it was the next year. They beat us 56-34. They drug us. They hit us. Okay, so it's going to be a great game. Why? They got a great coach. Jim Martin, he's been there 25 years, okay? He's a Hall of Fame coach. He's been coaching for 30 years, okay? Jim Martin's one of the best coaches in the state. So he's been coaching 30 years overall. He got 3 state championships, one in 2010, one in 2013, one in 2015. He's been back to the Final Four several times since then. I think he's got 6 Final Four appearances. He's got 600 wins. 600 wins. 600 wins. Hall of Fame coach, 45 college players. You guys know some of the players. Patrick Young, McDonald's All-American, played at Florida. Grayson Allen played at Duke as a pro. They all played at Providence. So you don't do that without players, and he's got them, okay? He's got a coach that's had a storied career. He coached in the McDonald's All-American game in 2017. He's a John Wooden. You guys know John Wooden coached at UCLA. He's a John Wooden Award winner. I love Coach. And I want to say again, they're in Santa Fe's class, so we're rooting for Santa Fe. I love Providence, but I'm rooting for Santa Fe. Style of play, bully ball. They want to play inside out. They want to high-low you with their physicality. They want to pound the paint. And then if you help inside, which we're going to have to help inside because they got 2 6'8" guys, another 6'6" guy, they pound the ball inside. They kick it out for wide open threes, and they can shoot the blood out of the ball. They got some guys that can shoot it just about like Jay. Very, very patient team. Okay, very patient. Man, very physical. Okay, both times we played them, in summer once or twice, very physical team. They want to control the tempo with their offense. Okay, they also want to control the tempo with their defense. They're very physical in the half court. Okay, they play 3-2, 2-3, 1-3-1. They'll pressure a little bit, but they just big and strong, like the Big Ten teams, like Purdue, like Michigan State, like Michigan, like those kind of teams. Just play their way. It's going to be a rock fight to stop because our body types are not the same. We can't play the same. We're going to have to play a little bit more up tempo. We're going to have to press them and we're going to have to rebound, but we're going to have to help inside and get to the three-point shooters. Okay, so anyway, should be it's a contrasting style. Should be a great matchup. Top players, number 33. Now listen to this right here, guys. Number 33 is their best player, Nolan Nelson. He has not played for them yet. Okay, he's a 6'8" kid. Okay, he transferred to them from Creekside. Creekside's in Jacksonville. Okay, then before the season started, he went to Spire Academy in Ohio. Why do I mention it? Kevin Boyle, the coach that used to be at Montberg, went to Spire Academy. I'm glad he got out of here and went to Ohio. He's taking players from Florida with him, Ohio, where the kid came back. He came back last week. You got to wait 5 or 6 days before you play. So he came back last Monday. He didn't play last week. But he'll be playing this Friday night. Okay, so we're going to get them at their very best. And we tell everybody, we want people at their best. We want to get challenged. If we're going to be a region champ or a state champ, we're going to have to play our best. And so we're getting the team that's top 10 in the state, all classes, top 2. Just a huge pickup for those guys, okay? They got some other players. Number 13, William Stewart, 15 points, 7 rebounds a game. Number 3, Marvin Christie, 14.6 rebounds a game. Number 14, Ryan Guanto, 12 points, 3 rebounds a game. So think about this. They're 15-3. They're ranked top 2 in their class, top 10 in the state. And they're getting a 6'8" kid back. Might be a good game down in the LAKELAND. We're going to have to make it one on Friday. We're waiting for the challenge, okay? I have not watched one lick of film on them yet. Not one. See, Coach McGriff, how you know all this information? Well, okay, I know the coach. Okay, Max Phelps tell you the players. And then because I know that coach, I know his style of play. Why haven't you watched any tape? We got Auburn there tomorrow. We got Winter Haven on Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready for the game. But we got the Bloodhounds on Jersey night coming. So what will it take for us to beat Providence? It's the ultimate test of physicality. Shows up in the rebounding. It's the ultimate test of can our defense speed them up enough to affect them. It's the ultimate test of us being efficient on offense. They're going to switch from 2-3 to 3-2, to man-to-man. They're going to make us run stuff. They're going to try to take us out of the fast break. Their length, their physicality is going to try to make us be patient. They're going to try to make us shoot from outside. We got to be balanced inside. This is an ultimate test. This is a state championship team we're going, a state championship caliber team we're playing against, okay? That's okay. We're going to practice it with joy, with joint. Okay, the components, we're trying to get the fit tighter together. We're cleaning stuff up. A jam-packed week here, okay? Subscribe to us on YouTube. Mondays with McGriff, Season 3, Episode 10. And make sure you come out to Jersey night with your jerseys on Tuesday, just like you did for Whiteout Night. Thank you all for your support. We love you. And we'll see you next week on Mondays with McGriff.
All right, because we in the trenches.